going on, people? It's your boy Killah. Y'all right here for episode 28 of my blogging series. I want to welcome y'all. I want to go straight in by saying first and foremost, thank you to everybody that came out for the North back to school last Monday. It was a great event for the kids. Me and Realism held it down, gave out over 1,000 book bags, had some wonderful performers, and it was a great time. So that was fantastic. I want to thank everybody for coming. The Jervis show is coming every week. It's getting more and more support. More and more people are excited about it, as excited as I am about it. So I want to thank y'all and just hold tight because it's coming. Shout out to everybody that gave me all the love and support on the Flashing Lights freestyle I put up not a couple of days ago. Been getting a lot of good positive feedback that motivates me and lets me know that the mixtape revolution should come out, and I should go ahead and make that thing happen. So appreciate all the love. Before I go into my topic, I want to give one more big shout out to all my Bajans, all my Trinis, all my Haitians, all my Dominicans, all my Guyanese, all my, you know what I'm saying, all my everybody, man, especially my Jamaicans, especially the Jamaicans, because tomorrow in Brooklyn, Eastern Parkway is going down. Labor Day Parade. Shout to Brooklyn, shout to the whole West Indies Day Parade. See you out there. Alright, now let me go straight in. A lot of y'all that are politically versed have been noticing that Dick Cheany has been coming out doing a lot of talking on the news and writing in the papers and things of that nature about how much of a mistake it would be if, let me give you a scenario, hold on, let me break it down like this. As we all know, during the Bush-Cheney years, they did a lot of crooked, dirty shit. And one of the things that they did that we know about was what they like to call enhanced interrogation practices, where they would do things like waterboard people, like, you know, stick a rag in somebody's mouth and pour water on them to simulate drowning, to get secrets out of terrorists. So under the Geneva Convention, which is a convention that was written and signed saying that you can't torture POWs or people that you detain in wartime, because a lot of those practices are against the Geneva Convention. Now that it's a new administration, Attorney General Holder is saying, you know what, let's reopen some of these cases, because let's go do some of the things that the CIA was doing at this time, and let's comb through and see if this is constitutional and if we should start handing out indictments to people. Now, Cheany is coming out saying, oh no, this is un-American, this is terrible, they shouldn't be going through this, and a lot of people on Fox and a lot of conservatives are saying, why are they going through all this, and why do they want to dig up all this stuff, and why are they trying not to keep Americans safe? We did all this to keep Americans safe. Let me tell y'all something real, man. Dick Cheany is scared to death, right? You see, Bush ain't saying nothing right now, because the truth of the matter is, Bush didn't even know a lot of that shit that they was doing. He was just a puppet. They just needed a dumb Texan that they could just manipulate and use as a puppet to do the stuff that they was going to do behind the scenes. That's why they cheated to get him in there, because they knew they had plans on what they was going to do years before 9/11. And remember, I was telling y'all that 9/11 thing was an inside job. It was not no terrorists. It was Dick Cheany. It was people that he worked with in the CIA. It was a plan that was in motion for a long time. But check it out. Let me stick to the script. Dick Cheany is coming out, and he's combating this, because he knows once they start looking through them files and handing out those indictments, and once they start putting the iron to some people, a lot of people are going to be like, they're going to look at their own personal life like, look, you know what? Either I can go to jail, or I can have this happen to me, I can have my reputation put on the line, I can be embarrassed, or I can, you know, maybe spare myself and tell a little bit of what I know that was really going on. And that person and then the next person, until they're going to be sitting, the Attorney General is going to be sitting with a mountain of papers on his desk, and they're going to really find out what Bush, Cheany, and all those Republicans in that administration were really doing. Why do you think Colin Powell left? Why do you think Colin Powell left after one term? People with consciences people that that care about the human race, period, couldn't engage in the things that the Bush-Cheney administration was doing for the past 8 years. That's why Cheney is coming out and he's so nervous about them investigating and pulling out all these documents, because he knows that they're going to find something. And once they bring it to the American people, I will say this though, I'm afraid for what they might do, because even though Barack is the president, Holder is attorney general, the CIA and all those Cheney boys are still the most powerful people in this country, and they do a lot of wicked shit. They do a lot of wicked things. Any type of people that would run a plane through a building with people in it, men, women, and children, and kill all those Americans for propaganda to enable them to go to invade another country, to take their goods and services, take their oil, and take over their entire country. Any race of people, not race, any kind of person with that mentality that could do something that heinous, is very dangerous. They don't care about lives, period. All they care about is this, money, and they be making a lot of money. The Blackwater dudes, they got those private contractors. Like when you hear a private contractor got killed over there. I think me and my man Mike Pierre was talking about this. When a private contractor gets killed over there, oh no, it's not a contractor you see like, that was fixing a road or doing something like that. These private contractors are private people that they hiring to go over there and kill people in Iraq and do heinous things to people. But they can't get in trouble because, oh no, it's not the military that they didn't use the army to go do all these things. They use private contractors to do these things, contract killers. So when you hear about the contractors over there in Iraq, it's not it's not any landscapers or any people doing roads and infrastructure. These are killers. These are people that they hired. They got a whole lot of wickedness going over there. And the Attorney General, Holder, Barack Obama's administration, they're all uncovering all this dirtiness that they did. And that's why Cheney is scared, man. Cheney is scared. Dick Cheney is scared because he knows once they start going through the pages and going through the files, all the wickedness that they was doing, it's going to be a firestorm. And it's going to be a lot of people on the front lines that's going to want a lot of answers for the things that they did. Killed his own race of people. Look, 9/11 was an inside job. It was no terrorists. It was no it was a good friend of mine that I just was talking to was even telling me there's not enough sophistication in that country. It's a bunch of caves and mountains and things of that nature. There's not enough sophistication in that nation to carry out the things that they did on American soil. Okay? There's countless reports of people that reported that there were bombs in those buildings. It was collapse, demolition style. Boom, 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 shh. The same way you would do in a demolition. Check your history. Do your facts. They have buildings all around the world that have been incinerated for hours upon end without collapsing. Steel doesn't collapse that easily because of jet fuel. It's not combustible enough to melt steel. Not that much steel. It won't happen. It won't happen. They were blown up demolition style. Look, I know I'm getting a little. I'm not trying to scare nobody. Hey, this is me. This is Killah. I'll finish up with more of that next week. I know this was, maybe shocking for some of y'all, maybe uncomfortable for some of y'all, whatever, but thank you for tuning in. Remember, watch Dick Cheany close, watch what they're trying to do. Thanks to everybody coming out for the Newark Bears. I see everybody out tomorrow in Brooklyn, you know what I mean, and just keep it moving, man. Holla back. Killah, till we die.